Hi, this is David Bethune, and in just a minute, I'm going to tell you about a product that will help you create beautiful, organized documentation for your team, no matter what industry you're in. But before I do, let me quickly share with you why proper documentation is the golden ticket to the long-term success of your project. I say this because accurate information that's easy to access is a key difference between projects that succeed and those that fail miserably, and it has almost nothing to do with the kind of information you're writing. Of course, different projects will need different kinds of documents and will be organized around how you and your team like to work. But successful projects have one thing in common. All the important information is documented and organized so that everyone can find the right answers when they need them. Unfortunately, it's much harder than you might think to get all the facts into one simple place. You really only had two choices. You can share files in email or Google Docs, or you can set up a wiki or content management system. Still, there are problems with both these options. For one thing, sharing files in email or cloud services isn't a great way to keep them updated. It's hard for you and the team to know what changed, when it changed, and why. Complex projects require a lot of back and forth as the project progresses. Cloud services require that you disclose your project and company information to the cloud provider. For many projects, this is unacceptable or impossible. Those services don't let you keep your private project information offline without internet access. Those programs also don't help you organize your information, and they don't give your users an easy way to automatically navigate through the content your team is writing. Setting up a corporate wiki, blog, or CMS and giving the right people the right kind of access can be a headache. Plus, installing, updating, securing, and backing up those systems isn't any fun. Unfortunately, I know about these challenges all too well because I've been writing and editing complex documentation since 1990. When I was a mainframe programmer at IBM, the company spent millions of dollars editing and auditing its documentation to make sure that we were communicating correctly with customers about how our software worked. It took lots of in person meetings, technical reviews with developers, and publishing and republishing of authoritative documents. When I started my own small software business in 1995, we needed to document not only what we were building, but also what our customers were doing so that we could talk about the features and the bugs they were bringing up. Quickly, the amount of technical documentation I needed for myself and my team grew beyond anything we would want to keep in a traditional database or note taking system. And just like IBM, we could not afford to make mistakes by quoting the details of our software incorrectly. Which brings me to another problem you'll find when documenting a technical project. There are two kinds of documentation you need: internal documents for you and your team, and customer facing documents for the users of your product or your project audience. The traditional solutions of emailing and cloud sharing really don't work well for the public. Of course, life doesn't stop while you're trying to document your work. Every hour you spend on organizing, communicating, and updating your documents is an hour you can't spend on growing your business or serving your customers. However, the news isn't all grim. Over the years, I've spent tens of thousands of dollars on keeping track of the technical information that my team and I needed. Ultimately, it did pay off more than 20 years later. And after 2 decades of writing complex documentation, helping people understand it, and fixing the problems they find, I developed a tool that simplifies all of these things. That's why I'm so excited to tell you about a writing solution that's infinitely easier, faster, and more effective than emailing, cloud sharing, or installing complex software. Introducing Miki, corporate wiki and documentation software that creates insanely easy, useful project documentation. I'm talking about a wiki that's completely private and ready to use right now, increasing the accuracy of your project documentation and saving your team time and money. The beauty of Miki is that it automatically organizes and simplifies access to the most important facts in your project, making it easy to maintain both internal and public documentation. You can leverage all the work we've done to give you hosted or on premise setup, your choice. It works on Macs, Linux, and Windows, offers automatic navigation menus for your content, flexible security, user authentication, full tracking, and undo for all edits. You can even brand it with your logo. It offers automatic daily backup and easy data export. With Miki, you'll get all the tools you need to create beautiful, easy to understand documentation for your software, technical, or corporate project, saving your team time and money and delighting your customers. Plus, you'll be able to instantly write private documentation for your team, create a public wiki on your own domain name, edit pages with Markdown or WYSIWYG tools, choose who can edit your wiki, Organize all your product documentation, add pictures, links, diagrams, and code. Create attractive menus and text with icons and emoji. With such a complete documentation tool, you'll never email or share project files in the cloud again. You can even use Miki to create a public manual for any kind of process: educational, scientific, political, charity, and more. Collaboration tools are unbelievably popular right now because they're inexpensive to make and incredibly easy to distribute, so everyone sells one. Yet, until now, they really haven't solved the problem of getting all the team's documentation in one place with an easy to use navigation menu, simple page editing, and an easy way to share your documentation with the public. At least, not until Miki came along. With Miki, you can create a solid information product in minutes, even if right now you're just taking notes and you have no idea what the final documentation might look like. You'll be able to evolve what you write today into a complete, correct, and up to date reference for your team, even as specifications change along the way. Then, once your information product is complete, you can allow public access from the internet to the parts that pertain to customers. Those are just some of the reasons you'll find an investment in Miki pays for itself. Plus, that investment will benefit you no matter what line of work you're in, because Miki works for any and all kinds of projects, whether you're selling a product or documenting a process for your team. Even better, Miki is unbelievably simple to use. Start off by choosing your administrator login, add your company name and logo, and choose a name for your wiki, and you're off. You'll find several sample pages you can use as templates for many common kinds of technical documentation. Next, edit the pages with a live side-by-side preview of how your final wiki will look to the team. Add any new pages, and navigation is created automatically. Customize the menus, fill out your pages with images, diagrams, and code examples, and you have a full-blown wiki ready for internal use or to make public on the web. That's it. It really is that simple. So by now, you're probably wondering, how much does Miki cost? Well, the regular price of Miki is $600 a year, but because you found Miki through this special limited time offer, you're going to get an amazing deal you won't find anywhere else. Instead of paying $600 a year to use Miki, if you order today from this special page, you can get Miki for just $2.99. No monthly fees, just one small payment of $2.99, and that's it. But you have to act now. This offer is so good, it won't last forever. So to take advantage, click the button below this video. Once you've entered your payment information, you can immediately start using Miki to create your first project Miki. You have absolutely nothing to lose because I offer a no questions asked 100% money back 30-day guarantee. So if you're ready to start writing beautiful, easy to use, and effective documentation for your technical project, click the button below this video to get Miki right now. It might just be the best investment you ever make. Thanks for your time.